sort of have a pagan belief system, because a lot of it is just sort of spiritual and like an awareness of being connected to nature. I was baptized Catholic, but that's as far as like I got into the faith. was just being baptized. I actually really do like, and I still like to go sometimes, to the Unitarian Universalist Church. I felt it was the only one. I felt very relaxed in myself. I do believe, like, I personally believe that acknowledging this connection to nature because we come from nature and utilizing it isn't really that far-fetched. Oh, I think a lot of people look at what I do and my practices and think it's all just a bunch of hooey. I understand like where that comes from, but like, come on, like I accept that this is like theory, and that's really the one thing people are just like, oh, that's just a bunch of crap. That's just some made up fantasy.
So I was born into a family who already practiced Islam, so I've always been around it. And then when it came to kind of like the reclamation of my own faith when I became an adult, that came with the decision to wear a scarf. Well, there's this entire industry called the Islamophobia industry, right? And it makes money off of teaching people to fear and hate Islam and those who practice it. When practiced in its originality, it gives you liberation, it does give you peace, but most of the misconceptions are that we are radical and that we are crazy and that we hate anybody who isn't a Muslim. And if you look at the roots of the faith itself, that could be furthest from the truth.
You know those charts, the circle chart thingies that you did in Venn diagrams? Both those boxes, right? Taoism, atheism. I'm that weird connection in between. So I found that that Taoist ideas aligned with my own, and it wasn't so much that I had to change myself to think through that context, but it gave me a more, I guess, like concrete guide, if that makes sense. But by no means would I call myself a Taoist. The Taoist principles I believe in 100%, but yet I don't practice any Taoist ritual. I don't, go to Taoist temples.
I identify myself as more spiritual than religious. I'm definitely Christian, Eastern Orthodox is what I was raised. I do believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in the Bible, I read it pretty frequently. So as you can see, what I have on right now, this is what I wear to church every Sunday. Our differences between the Eastern Orthodox and the Catholic Church, as far as I'm concerned, is habits of praise. It's not a very common form of Christianity. There are a lot of misconceptions. We traditionally cover up as much of our face as we can, and because of that, one of the biggest misconceptions is that we're Muslim. Truthfully speaking, I don't think there's many differences between Christianity and Muslim, but people think that my religion is Muslim. But it's all the same.